Welcome to Clique of Heels, your number one spicy dancer community where we ensure all strippers are set up for success. I'm your host, Angel Torres, and each week we dive deep into the world of exotic dance, offering tips, advice, and stories to empower and inspire. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this is your go-to resource for all things in the dancer community. Please like and follow us on all of our platforms as it helps us grow our community. And if you would like to be on an episode, please email me at cliqueofheels@gmail.com. Stay powerful. Let's get into it. On this episode, we're going deep into the minds of bartenders and waitresses in the strip club industry. I have two lovely guests today, Tia and Jennifer.
Hello.
They are seasoned pros in this type of thing, and I'm going to let them have the floor to introduce themselves. So please give us the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. I would like to start with Tia.
Hello. I'm Tia. I'm a bartender. I've been bartending at the club for about a year, but then I've also bartended other places before as well. So, yeah, it gets pretty spicy there.
Definitely does get pretty spicy. What about you, Jennifer?
I've only been waitressing there for a few months now. So prior to that, I danced in clubs. So I'm very familiar with the atmosphere and what goes on there. So it's pretty interesting. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. So how did you guys get started in the strip club industry?
Bartending for the most part. Like, of course, always partied and stuff like that. But yeah, bartending.
It was your gateway?
Yeah. Gateway. Yeah, my sister does dance, and then I also have a cousin that dances and stuff like that, but I've personally never have. But yeah.
What about you, Jennifer?
Just young, traveling around a lot. Easy way to make good money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where did you travel to that made you be like, okay, yeah, I want to do this thing?
Texas.
Oh, Texas.
Yes.
Why?
Just because that's what it's known for a little bit in the industry.
It is a good spot to dance and make money. People are a lot nicer in Texas. Like, the Texas hospitality is unmatched from other places I've lived and worked at. How did you guys get hired? And what does that process look like?
I walked in. Yeah, I do have a degree in finance, but they just wouldn't pay me what I wanted to be paid, and it is good money. And it is daily money. So walked in, had a job by the time that I walked out.
Did you have experience you had experience at that time, right?
I had experience, just never in a bar. Never in the strip club. Like, I've bartended at different bars in Minnesota, just never in Texas. So yeah.
How is it compared Minnesota to Texas?
It's pretty much the same. It's just different industries. That's all. So it's just, once you're a bartender, you're always a bartender.
Yeah.
But it's just like, having to change your energy or persona for the atmosphere.
Okay. How did your hiring process look like, Jennifer?
Went in, filled out an application, got interviewed and hired on the spot too.
Okay. They said, yeah, I want them in my club. I'm giving a shout out to these lovely ladies. They are great to work with. I love working with them. We always have the best time together.
We love working with you too.
Aw, thank you. So cute. Do you guys think you're smart with your money?
Try to be better.
Try to be better. So you have a background in finance, Tia. Like, how does that help improve you overall in this industry?
Oh my God. It just turns the grind on a little bit more because nothing is guaranteed here. Every dollar you want, you have to get.
Yeah.
So not having guaranteed money, it's a big drive. So you have to be able to hustle in this industry. You have to. There is nothing ever really gets thrown in your lap. You have to be able to go out there and get it. So
what are some ways y'all hustle in this industry? Do you guys have side things that you do inside of the club, or it's just like slinging bottles and stuff?
Bottles.
Bottle.
Bottles.
Little
Yeah.
Bottles, rooms.
You know, relationships with girls, they take care of you if you put them to new customers.
Yes,
And,
you know.
there's a lot of little ways in there that they can be lucrative.
What are some pros from working in this environment?
Connections, friendships, a
Definitely.
sisterhood.
Because you can't, it's really hard to survive on your own. You have to, I don't want to say have somebody else, but it is always fruitful to have an additional, work partner.
So for me as a dancer, they always tell us, or I don't know who's they, but people always are saying, don't make friends with the girls. And I'm like really surprised that y'all are saying like y'all have friendships like with the girls and stuff. How is that? Like, do you think you've made like really good bonded relationships in the club?
I have had friends for the past 10 years from that.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, like dancer perspective, we're just a lot more, or not me, I'm not, but like girls are just very hard to trust because they're wanting the bag, you know what I'm saying? And will screw you over to get that bag, But have you guys have any experiences like that? Where will screw you over to get the bag?
Yeah, but you got to be smart and, just we're smart to be doing what we're doing. So,
True.
If you're making money at it.
Are you making money?
I wouldn't be there if I wasn't.
True.
Hear that.
So what are some cons from working in this environment?
Drama.
Lots of drama.
Drama and slow days.
Oh my gosh. On the slow days, girls don't know what to do with themselves and they just want to start some shit. And I'm like, I don't even know your name. I don't even know you exist. Like, I've had girls come up to me before. I'd never even seen them. Like, I had this one girl, she came up to me so mad. She was like, oh my God, you took my customer. And I was like, I don't know who your customer is. Like, I don't know who you're talking about. Like, I don't even know your name. She's like, yes, you do. You saw me with him. I was with him all night. I had a play. We're going to go outside the club and you just messed up my play. We were going to make money. You could have been brought in on that, but you messed it all up. And I was just like, I don't even go outside the club. Like, I don't even know who you are. Like, why are you like actually yelling at me right now? It was girls just find things to get mad at, and it's great. It's great, you're just like trying to do your job, and girls are just trying to start some drama. But I love gossip.
I try to stay away from it. Well, love the shirt.
Thank
When
you.
it comes to being able to be successful, I guess my best answer for a lot of the things is I don't know. Because it just always keeps you out of drama. Because drama really does, like you said, it can hurt your money. So
It can.
So I'm just like, because it is a job and I know that I have to be there for this amount of time and I know what I want. Yes. I got to pick and choose.
So do you guys ever have conflicts with girls and like it really grinds your gears, or you just like push it to the side?
I don't let it bother me.
Yeah.
Once I leave there, I leave there. I leave everything there.
I don't think I've ever seen y'all like upset, like really mad. A girl, at least. I don't know.
No, I get upset in the moment and then you just kind of move on.
Yeah.
It's a job.
It's a job. It is. So what are some things that you guys wish you knew before you even started?
Oh.
Let's think about this. Some things I wish I knew before I started is that the environment is so toxic that it's very easy to get sucked in to the BS that the industry comes with. And when I first started, I was 18 years old and I hated myself. I did not care about life. I did not care about anything. I just wanted to die because I like ruined some chances for like what I thought I was going to do. And I did everything under the sun in there because I did not care. I did drugs. I, just did everything that I was not supposed to do. Spent my money. I had no money. Like, it came in as fast as it went out. And I was traveling. I was like doing fun things. But, I just hated myself in the midst of all of that. So what I would recommend for any baby stripper trying to get in this industry is to just be very headstrong, have clear boundaries with yourself, what you are and aren't going to do. Like, if you're going to do drugs, then maybe do it before you come to work, and do it in moderation, like marijuana, take a hit and then go to work. But don't come to work or don't do it at work, because that just doesn't look good either. Makes you look, your value decreases for sure. So just, if you're going to come in this industry, be strong. Be a strong person at the very beginning, because it's very easy to get influenced by all the garbage. What about, you guys think of anything?
Yeah, know your boundaries.
Know your boundaries.
In your business, never. Yeah.
Don't let other people know what you're making, for sure.
For sure, never. The less you tell, I guess, the farther you go, because
You'll know who you can trust, and the more you learn along the way.
Keeping your peace.
Yes.
Keeping your peace is huge. For me, a lot of people I've noticed, they like go and tell their customers like their whole life story, blah, blah, blah. Like, customers do not care about that. They don't, like, that turns them off. They don't want the fantasy anymore. They're just like listening to you and being your little therapist. Like, they don't want that. You want them to talk about themselves. You just want them to give it all to you, and then just turn that into sexy time. So, ladies, do you ever see yourself becoming a stripper? Why or why not?
No.
Why not?
Been there, done that.
Oh, okay. How long did you dance for?
A long time, years ago.
How was it?
It was good. It was good. That's why I said I made a lot of friendships over the years, that were maintained.
So why wouldn't you?
Well, I'm past that point. I'm older now, I don't want to be out there competing with the 20-year-olds. Like, I'm happy doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
I had my fun and had my experiences, and now I'm live differently, So, just what happened.
Yeah. What about you, Tia?
No, I don't think that I ever would. With at least being a bartender in a strip club, you got guaranteed money.
Yeah.
It's not always a lot, but it's guaranteed.
Do y'all get paid hourly?
Pennies.
Yeah, not really. Depends on what you.
Is it like $2.13?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah, y'all. In Texas, it's $2.13 for minimum wage. That's not minimum wage, but $2.13 for waitresses and bartenders and people in the service industry, food service industry, which is pathetic. But that's my tea, I guess. So what ways do y'all work professionally to work with other strippers to make y'all secure that bag?
Good to them, they're good to us. Just team effort.
How do you do that though?
Making sure that they're not taken advantage of, checking on them, making sure they're good, watching over their drinks, just having their back while they're working,
These ladies are very good at making sure no one touches our drinks. Like, I've had many times where you guys are like, I'm like, I need to go, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put your drink over here at the other side of the bar where no one can touch it. And I'm like, ugh, I love y'all. Like, y'all are very good at that.
That's just scary to encounter too. I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
I don't personally. I don't want to be caught in the middle of that. So I guess the safest way to do it is just to pull the drink away.
Mm-hmm.
I can't always have eyes on something, and I guess the best way for me too is just if I can't touch it, you can't touch it. Nobody can touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's just I guess I just don't want to be in something that could lead to something like that, because that's on top of everything else we deal with. That would just take the icing. Like no, yeah.
Mm. Actually, I think I had a guy like a couple days ago try to roofie me. He was like, can I buy you a drink? And I was like, yeah, I want a sugar-free Red Bull. He was like, okay, I'm going to go get it. And I was like, okay. And I just sat there, watched him get up, go to the bar. And I was like, wait a second. Like, I need to go follow him. So I got up and I went and followed him. And then I got the drink straight from the bartender. And then he was like, you want to go do some dances? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we went to the back wall, and then he's like taking stuff out of his pockets, and he takes out this vial, and I'm like, what is that? And it literally says like oil, like one of those like fragrance oil things on it. And he was like, it's not a fragrance oil. I put stuff in it. And I was like, what? What is that? And I think he said it was like CBD, but I don't believe him. And I was like, dude, that guy probably is gonna roofie me or roofie other women in there. But luckily he got his rock stop, left the club after I danced with him. So just like that was like a first moment I've experienced where it was just like that could have really been like I've actually like witnessed like that was a possible roofie right there. Like
That's crazy.
It happens.
Yeah. A lot of men that come into the strip club are evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are sick in the head. Most of them. And that's why I say to women, do not go outside the club with these customers. One, it ruins the industry, in my opinion, because you're making your money outside of the club and you're not able to bring that money into the club, you know? So it's just like, what I mean, I get it. You get more money for yourself because you're not having to pay the club, but now you're missing that safety and that security.
Paying for protection.
Mm-hmm. But
it is a safer playground at the club.
For sure. Yeah, it's all overall a bad thing to just go outside the club with customers. It's just so dangerous. There's so many stories of women getting trafficked, killed, assaulted, like outside of the club. So, I mean, sure, there's stories getting assaulted inside the club, but the club, it depends what club you're working at. Yeah. You know, our club I think is pretty good. I've had times where I've had to complain about a customer and they gave them the boot. So, I mean, you know, our club's pretty good at that type of thing.
I don't think it attracts that kind of clientele.
Yeah.
For sure. No. We work at a bougie club. Have a pool and a hot tub. Rooms.
Yes.
It's so beautiful in there.
It is.
So how do you guys run up a customer's tab?
All right. So my favorite way to double dip.
Double dip? Okay.
Is I don't know if that's for all clubs, but our club, we have a non-alcoholic drink that we get paid from the house for.
Mm-hmm.
So we can put it on a customer's tab and it's like $12, $15. So that makes the customer's tab higher, but everyone we sell, we get paid from the house itself.
Oh, okay.
So it makes the customer's tab higher, what makes your tip out higher, and then the more you put on there, the more you collect at the end of the day too. So that's like my...
So do you just say like, oh, this drink's for me?
No, because some dancers don't like alcohol.
Okay.
They're just non-alcoholic drinks. And so instead of saying, I don't want alcohol, ours is called the sweet tart. Mm-hmm. So instead of, because it changes the mood when they know that, you know, certain dancers aren't drinking. So if they order sweet tart, it is a certain price. And so it makes the tab higher. And then they can just, drink 12, 15 of them and just, that's already what, $150 just on fake drinks. So.
And how much are you getting out of that?
I don't know how much it is per drink. It's like anywhere from like $2 to like $5 per drink that we get paid from the house.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, you get a bigger tip out plus money from the house. So it's.
Yeah. Well, if I would have known that, I would have been getting sweet tarts by now. Because like they know I don't drink. So I always order a pineapple or a sugar-free Red Bull or like a water. I always order something so I can make the tab go higher. But if y'all are getting actual money from the sweet tarts, like y'all can start bringing me sweet tarts.
Yeah, we get money for that. So
I need to change the name now.
Yeah, right. We do, right? And I just aired our business out, but yeah, that's what it is.
We can call it like a nipple or something.
Yeah,
sexy nipple. How do you run up tabs?
Similar fashion, and as well, like just girls getting drinks, and whether they drink them or not, they're just ordering. Mm-hmm. Getting bottles. That's another good way.
Instead of tap water, bottle water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just little differences like that. Instead of cheap drinks, a little bit more,
higher end labeled.
What are some things that you guys say to customers to like entice them to drink more and more and more?
Well, I don't try to get them to drink more and more and more. We just try to get them to get girls to the table, buy them, take care of them, get them lunch, get them fed.
Okay.
Things like that.
Okay. So you don't want your customers getting too fucked up?
No.
Oh, no.
No, we've seen that in there. That is not a good look.
I did that once. Were y'all there?
I was there, actually.
I was there, yeah.
Guys, okay, let me tell this story. I had this kid, literally a kid, like 21 years old from SMU. I'm sorry, I'm calling you out. He came in and he's like super, like he was already drunk before he got there. And then we're giving him drinks, we're getting him more fucked up. And he was like, I want to do a hot tub with you and my friend. I was like, we're like, okay, like it's gonna be $1,000 each, whatever. And then he tries swiping his card, and his card is blocked because his daddy runs his card. So he had to call his dad. I have a video of him calling his dad. Him like, my card is off. Like, turn it back on. I need to pay my tab. Oh my God, it was the most funniest thing ever. And his dad turned on the card and we swiped it real fast. And then we went into the hot tub and his girlfriend was calling nonstop, just blowing up his phone. And then he gets out of the hot tub and he's like about to pass out. He's like tripping everywhere because we get a bottle every time we sell a room. So he got a bottle. He got 2 bottles and he was drinking all of it. And yeah, we had to escort him out the building because he was way too fucked up. And he ended up in the grass in the front of the building. And we got him Uber and he left. And hopefully he's okay. I hope you're okay. I hope your daddy's not mad at us. He probably is, though. It was. I also have a picture of him laying flat in the grass, like pulling him. Maybe I'll put it in this video.
Yeah, that was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. That was because I'm just like, I don't know if he's gonna wake up.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was the most drunk I've ever seen someone in that club.
Let his girlfriend pick him up.
Oh, his girlfriend was mad.
Should have answered it.
We did. Yeah, and she was mad. He's a player, obviously. Yeah. So, so let's get in the nitty gritty. What are some pet peeves y'all have from strippers?
Oh, do I have any?
They run late.
Yeah, that's about it.
They run late?
Yeah, that's about it. Like,
what do you mean by that?
In time.
Yeah.
Always rush into the next appointment.
Like with the next client or,
Oh, Oh.
Yeah.
So you hate that they like get their drink and leave?
No, it's just sometimes having to keep a customer there and keep them happy because we work at the club. They're not there for us, you know?
No,
And
I
so-
mean, there's sometimes there for y'all.
Sometimes, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
sometimes they're just like, okay, men are just jealous and territorial,
Yeah.
especially in that environment. They just feel like she's only there for me, you know? And then so when they're just like, oh, she has to get up and go do something else or go talk to somebody else. It can, being a bartender or a server, it's just like kind of having to keep that comfortability until either another girl picks him up or he just isn't, you know, or he's at ease.
So what are some pet peeves y'all have towards customers? Tell them, spill the beans. Let all of our viewers know.
A lot of them are delusional, you know.
Yes.
That's hard to deal with.
Yes, they are very delusional. I mean, lots of guys come in there thinking that we're going to marry them or go on a date with them and be their wives or girlfriends one day. And no.
Then you get the cheap ones that don't, you know, value your time and want to sit there with a girl all day and not pay her anything. That's like crazy because it's like in the real world, would you have the opportunity with her? Absolutely not. So why do you think in here you shouldn't owe her money for her time?
Right. So you guys think they should be tipping you well since you're like, even if they get like one drink, but they're there for hours?
Yes, you're occupying my time.
Yeah, for sure. Do you like ever flat out say that to them?
No, just usually avoid them next time they're in.
Okay,
Depends
so you're
on
the
how cheap
avoidant.
they are.
You're like, bye, I'm not serving you ever again. You lost my privilege. So for me, I believe closed mouths don't get fed. So, like, even when I give a dance, I'm like, at the end of the dance, I'm like, it's $100. And since I did such a great job and you loved it so much, would you mind giving me a tip? And they usually do. So, like, asking for a tip, like, for me, in my case, as a stripper, it works very well. I don't know. Do y'all ever ask, or you just
I guess it's
Thank you.
assumed.
Yeah.
assume?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's assumed.
it's very rare it doesn't happen. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's one time, I mean, here that a guy left without doing it, but he was crying. That was my first time seeing a man cry in the strip club. He was crying and left, so I, you know, whatever. But he came back and settled his tab, but still no tip. But every time I see him, I just kind of, oh, you know.
Oh, he still comes in?
Yeah, and he still hasn't paid his tab for me either. I'm so mad. I'm so bad about that. Give my money. But yeah.
Okay, so
because when they don't pay their tabs, that falls on
what's
us.
his name again?
Cam.
Cam?
Cam.
Cam?
Yeah, Cam.
You better come in and pay these beautiful women. I swear to God.
If we don't make it in tips, it comes out of our $2.13 paycheck. We don't make enough to cover your. We don't make enough to cover your good time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, anything else about pet peeves towards customers?
No, she hit it spot on with the delusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sums it up.
So, how has y'all's perspective changed towards men?
Very weary of them all.
Yes.
Just like of all of them.
Pretty much.
What does that process look like when you meet a guy out in the wild?
It's easier coming across a bear than a man. No, I'm just playing. But I don't. You're always guarded. Always guarded.
After working in this industry.
No, even before, but I'm just like, it's even more set in stone, even more guarded. It just, they all get a, I don't know.
Do you think,
I don't want to downplay men, but just some of them aren't
Bad.
Yeah. Some aren't bad.
how do you determine who's bad and who's good?
Well, I guess it's not bad or good. It's just who's worse than the other. You know?
Yeah. Worse than the other. Oh my gosh.
People can tolerate more because they all come with problems.
Yeah.
They're all problematic. So it's just like, what problems do I want to deal with?
Well, the secrets, that lie beneath those walls,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do y'all have mans?
No.
Mm-mm.
Me either. We're all single up in this because men are delusional and crazy. So how has this whole industry changed your perspective towards women?
More empathy towards one another, I think.
More empathy. How so? Why?
Just seeing what is endured being a woman on a daily process, from the beautifying yourself to what you're subject to, and at least, pertaining to the club life,
Mm-hmm.
Just more empathy.
Yeah. Because it really doesn't matter the age that you are when you we all kind of go through the same thing. And like you said, you started when you were younger. And I know that was probably, a lot to go through. And so it's just like, it just kind of gives you a better solidarity within women because we're all there for a reason, even us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a strength.
Mm-hmm.
Women are very powerful.
They are.
We are powerful. Facebook, like we rule the world. Men can, I don't know. I mean, they're like, men make more money, but we literally create babies in us, like,
Mm-hmm.
So getting off that topic, how do you guys make regulars and how do you keep them?
Give good service.
How do you give a good service?
Being attentive to them, talking with them, letting them talk to you, tell you about their problems or, their day, ask them how they're doing, and just, good communication. And you do genuinely care about a lot of customers, so your regulars. So it could come natural. Huh?
Do you guys get their phone numbers?
Sometimes, yeah.
Depends on the regular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you? How do you make regulars and keep them, Tia?
You kind of have to plan to, or kind of help. Like she said, it's definitely the therapy part. But then kind of once you get past that, they're there because of the fantasy. So they tell you stuff. And then you go talk to your other girl colleagues to kind of help. Because when it's more girls at the table, when there's more girls around, it's less pressure. Yeah, exactly. It's just more comfortable because I know
conversation flowing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also, it's better to have more, like even if there's two guys, having more women versus men, I guess it just makes it more easier as well. So kind of keeping them, like she said, keeping them entertained, keeping them happy, keeping their service, and kind of playing into their delusion a little bit as well.
Yes, yes. So how do y'all play into their delusion?
Answering when you don't want to, giving them your attention when you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing at things that aren't funny. I mean, engaging on things you normally wouldn't engage on.
True. Do you think you guys have for me, I feel like being in this industry has made me kind of have a split personality because when I'm outside the club, I think I'm a completely different person from when I'm inside the club. Inside the club, I'm known as Veronica Kinks. I'm super kinky. I have all these toys. I do all these exotic stuff. But when I'm outside the club, I'm a mom. I'm I go and take care of myself and my stuff. And just I don't really got time for all that fuckery that I do in the club. So when people meet me outside the club, they're like and they know me like inside the club. They're very surprised at like how different I am. Like people think like I'm like overly sexual, like super like all the time and stuff. And then when they meet me outside the club, they're like, oh, you're chill. You know, do you guys think you have like a little personality thing?
Yeah, they're paying for that kind of, you know, in that environment.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, you know what I mean? But yeah, you have to have a certain persona in order to make it in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You do.
What do you think y'all's persona is? Mine's kinky girl. That's a kinky girl who knows how to dance. What are you about?
It's not the same for a waitress. You don't really have a persona. You're just, you're just nice and friendly and, extra friendly, extra nice, extra caring.
Mm-hmm.
And because men are just like that, they always feel like they can have everything. Everything is up on the menu. And so sometimes that just, if I pay her more, if I tip her more, she'll eventually give in type stuff. So that we're like, I don't want to say forbidden goods, but from time to time, forbidden goods.
Yes, that forbidden goods thing. I have had customers tell me, like, I've seen customers tip waitresses and bartenders more than the dancer that they're with because they're forbidden goods. Like, guys like what they cannot have. I've definitely seen girls.
But they put that on us. So that's kind of like a persona that I do play into. I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I mean, one time at the club, I saw this girl make $1,000 for the room, and he tipped the waitress $2,000. I was like, she was mad. She was so mad, the dancer. But he was like, it's because I can't have her. I want to have her one day, so they like the chase. It's weird. It's
yeah.
Yep.
There's this new girl works night shift, and I had a couple with me. I was catering to a couple, and she's new to the industry completely. And so the guy, he's like, I'm gonna get her to show her titties to me, and he just like tried all night, kept like giving her money, and just really was trying to push her. He's like, that girl's gonna be a dancer in a year. Just wait and watch. It's like, okay. It was so funny because like she did show her titties. She ended up showing her titties, but it was at the end, and it was to his wife. It wasn't to him. So he was like, yeah, if she was doing that, she's gonna be a dancer one day. And I was like, okay. Like, I've seen this. I know she's that type. I was like, okay, sir, Mr. Know-It-All, whatever. But it was funny because, I mean, money can make you do some shit that you don't want to do.
Tell me about it.
But, you got to be strong. You got to be real strong in this industry and have those boundaries set, or you will get consumed by all the fuckery that you do not want to do. What is the absolute worst experience you've had working in this industry?
Somebody walking out on a $250 tab and me having to cover it.
$250?
Mm-hmm.
How do they walk out? Like,
some customers pay cash, some don't. And so he was paying cash and was paying cash as he was going. And so instead of keep asking for money, I'm just like, I'll let him build the tab a little bit and ask him for the bigger amount. But he got wasted, walked away.
Oh my gosh.
Not really wasted. He gets like forgetful. And then like they start to wander around talking to other girls. And then,
Did
he left.
he ever pay you back?
No.
Come back?
He comes back.
What?
Yeah, but he has not yet to pay me back. I did get paid for the tab. He just didn't pay his tab.
How'd you get paid for the tab?
Somebody else paid me for the tab because I started like crying at work. And so somebody else paid the tab.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was like, oh my God, this happened. So yeah.
Have you told management?
Mm-hmm.
And they still let him in?
Yeah. He spends good money. Like you said, it's when you spend money.
Yeah. You kind of have that.
authority or that leeway that
Yeah.
other people don't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.